'Cause the world will never see you until you do. They no really care, see they do you. So make you show them, baby. Oh yeah, show them the real you. Oh yeah, show them what you get. No, 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 don't let them say what you not why you strong. You can't bring no. You want more than 1,000 reasons why. You don't need to perfect, baby. 'Cause nobody perfect, darling. No, 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 there's nobody in the world will be like you.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to yet another episode of Touch Itself. And we'll be having two interesting guests today. But before we get on to that, I would like you to remember that the show is brought to you by Sickle Cell Advocacy and Management Initiative with the support of the Public Affairs section of the United States Consulate. So welcome again to another interesting episode today. And like I said, with me today, we'll be having very interesting guests. And I'd like to apologize for starting late. We know how the network glitch is here. It's been going off and on in this part of the world, you know. So I'll be introducing our first guest. Her name is Kayone Baridilo, all the way from Rivers State. So we'll have her come in here now as we begin this show. As we begin this show. Hello, Kayone, can you hear me? Hello, Kayone, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hi, you are now on the show. We are live. And before we start, I would like you to tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you want us to know? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay, you're back. Okay, so Kayone, I would like you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Can go ahead.
Good evening.
Good evening. Mm. We are so sorry about that. So as you all know, we are talking about on today's episode, we'll be talking about Generation Next, hopes and dreams of Generation Next. So for those of us who know what Generation Next is or who this set of people are, I'm sure you know they are the youngsters of today. So we'll just be talking about their hopes and dreams and how it relates to sickle cell and advocacy. So welcome back, Kayone, right now. I hope our network is more stable.
Yes.
Okay, so you may go ahead.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Baidulo Kayone. I'm from Rivers State. My local government is Wukana. In this part of the world, like awareness are being created by some non-governmental organization. Like people around this part of the world knows more about sickle cell disease and is a good improvement over here.
Okay, so may we meet you as a person? What do you do? Who is
Okay, so
Baridole?
may we meet you as a person? What do you do?
Who is Baridole?
All right. I'm a student. I'm not working yet. I
Okay.
just
What
get
are you studying?
admission into the higher institution. I'm 19 years old.
Okay. What are you studying?
I'm studying political science.
Hmm. Political science. This is a nice one. So why are you studying political science? What
Political
is
science. This
your
is a nice one. So why are you political science? What is your I can't hear you.
what is your drive towards studying political science? How did you find yourself
What
in
is your
studying political science?
I wish to know more about government and how we are being ruled over here, how the government function, and why it is necessary for studying political science. Because political science, without
Hmm.
politics, our country can't be ruled.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so do you hope to join politics fully in future?
That's till then, but I what I'm doing now, I based on education. I want to teach.
Or you want to teach? So we will not see you in the nearest future contesting for
Yes, I'm doing
maybe
B.Ed, BSc Ed.
okay. Okay, that's a nice one.
You can also
Yes,
see
but you
me
can
by you can see me. All right.
okay, but you can also become active. Maybe you'd want to become the SUG chairperson sometime. Maybe you want to be active in politics in future. Is that possible?
Yes.
So it's very possible.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. Can be possible.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
So I'll add Enyola. Oh, she's off again. Okay, so there are lots of misconceptions about people living with sickle cell. Now, you as a younger generation, called Generation X or Generation Next, we are talking about your hopes and dreams today. So, and you have just mentioned that you are studying political science, you would love to teach, but you also want to be active in the
Political
political
science.
sphere.
You love to teach, but you
Yes,
also want to be
sometime
active
in
in the political sphere. Yes. Sometime in
So, as a person living with sickle cell, do you think being active in politics is possible for you in future? Do you
so
think
active
there's
in
a possibility?
politics is possible for you in future. Do you think there's a possibility? What do you say?
Do you think as someone who
Do
aspires
you
to
think
be
as someone who aspires
in the political sphere in future, to be in the political sphere
Yes.
in future. So as you are living with self, do you think it's possible? Do you think it's something that is possible? So as you are living with self, do you think it's possible? Do you think it's something that is possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible in the sense that
It's possible.
yes, it's possible if you know what you are doing and if you take your health first, you put your health in front, it can be possible.
Okay, so besides putting your health before, at the forefront of
Okay, so
everything,
besides
understanding
putting your health
and knowing,
before,
at the
how
forefront of
your
everything,
health
understanding
condition
and knowing can
how your health condition
can maybe limit you in
can
some ways. What other things
maybe
can you
limit you
do?
in some way. What other things can you do?
For people now that may be interested and they are thinking, I want to be a governor someday, I would like to be the president someday.
That may be
What
interested
would
and
you tell them to do apart from
they are
taking care of their
thinking,
health and
I want to
understanding
be
their
a
health? What
governor
other
someday. I would like
things?
to be the president. What would you tell them to do apart from taking care of their health and understanding their health? What other things? All right. That things that they will do if they are warriors and they want to be a governor someday or they want to be into politics. What I will advise them to do is that they should first of all look look at themselves if they can actually do it because is a decision, is a self decision you have to take. Nobody have to decide for you. If you make that decision and you know that you can accomplish it, then you can go ahead.
So does that mean you would encourage people to take up
People
on
to take up
any aspirations
on
of their choice, even
any
politics?
aspirations of their choice, even politics.
Would you encourage warriors?
Would you encourage warriors? All right. If I would encourage warriors to be into politics,
Yes, to be active in politics.
or for me,
Yes, to
I
be active in politics.
okay. Due to our health factors, I won't encourage warriors to be into politics because we are not the same. Despite that we are having the difference. Some of us will be stressed out and thereby resulting ourselves in crisis also. So I won't advise that all warriors can or would go into politics. It's not possible. You have to look at your head first if you can go into it or not.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
So how do you expect
So
our government to engage
do you expect our government
young people,
to engage young
you know,
people, you
gainfully?
know, gainfully?
And how do you expect that to happen?
And how do you expect that to happen? What did you say?
Okay, so for young people who have a lot of energy, a
Okay,
lot of
so for
zeal
young people
to
who have
do
a lot of energy, a lot of
some
zeal
things,
to do
so how would you,
some things,
employ, or
so
how do you
how
expect
would
our
you,
government to
employ,
engage
or how do
such
you
young
expect
people?
our government to engage such young people? All right. How I would love the government to engage such people is that government should be able to put them in places where they know that they can fit in, where they know that they won't be that stressed, where the the strength or the ability they have to perform that task is being given to them at their standard and not above their standard because There are some certain places that you can work and you find out that you are stressed or you have BP issues. Like government should try and consider warriors who who wants to work or who have the zeal to do something, put them in their field, put them where they know that they can perform well there without stressing them.
Hmm. Okay, so there are lots of there
Okay,
people
so
say a lot of things
there
like
are lots of people say a lot of things like
warriors, because they are warriors, they should not aspire to be anything. In fact, some parents go as far as stopping warriors
warriors
from,
because they are
because
warriors.
they are
They should
warriors,
not
they are
aspire
warriors
to
from
be
going
anything
to
from
school,
they are
going to,
they are
attaining
warriors
a
from
certain
going
level of
to
education and
going
things
to
like that. So,
attain
what do
a
you have
certain
to say
level of
about this?
education
As
and
a
things
warrior,
like that. So what do you
do
have
you
to
say
say about this?
they are entitled to have
Warriors,
dreams, to hope and aspire towards
they
a
are
good life, to hope
entitled
and
to have
aspire towards
dreams.
things? What do you have to say about this? Because we see a lot of parents, some parents these days, yes, even in 2020, they wouldn't want their warriors to go to school. Some of them don't want to, even after secondary school, they wouldn't want them to go to the high institution. Is that advisable?
To
Can you share your experience with us?
secondary school.
How
They wouldn't want
you
them
still
to go
obtained
to the high
admission?
institution.
So can
Is
you share
that
your own
advisable? Can you share your
experience with
experience
us
with us? How
when
you
you tell
obtained
us
admission? So can you
if
share
it
your
is
own
a good thing
experience
that
with
some
us
of these parents are
when you
doing,
tell
or
us
if it is
if
a
it
bad
is
thing? Share your own
if it
experience
is
with us
a
so that
good
we learn
thing
from it.
that some of these parents are doing, if it is a bad thing, share your own experience with.
All right. What they are doing, hindering their warriors from going to school, is very wrong. Why? Because when you are trying to make a warrior or put a warrior to stay in one place, you you have to see some certain changes, like he or she can be easily depressed or get angry at some little things. It's very wrong. Parents that are doing such are not trying at all. It's very wrong for them to stop their child from going to school because they have sickle cell. It's very wrong. Now, why do I say so? When you go out, when you socialize with other people, you see that you forget about your problems and sometimes smile even when you're going through pains. You smile because you are socializing yourself with others. Now, in my case, I went to like primary university. I gained admission last year, 2019. That was when I gained admission. Now, going to primary school and secondary school wasn't easy. Primary school, those times, like I skipped school because I do go through several crises. Then in my secondary school days, I had the worst episode ever. That was before my WAEC. Yes, as we were preparing to write to our mock, I clocked this age, was it 17 or yes, I clocked 17 years and I had to go through crisis. But that didn't stop me from picking jam form also. I went ahead with the help of my parents. Now they are good. I don't blame them in any way because during their time there was nothing like genotype screening and the rest of them. There was nothing like that. So even when I'm going through crisis, I don't blame them. All what I ask from God is for healing mercies. But I see that some words or some children blame their parents for what they are going through now. Although they have the right to, and sometimes they don't have the right to. Now, letting us or allowing us to go to school is a very big solution to our problem because it helps us to socialize with others. It gives us happiness. When you see yourself living inside, being timid, shying away from others, you tend to face depression. and the rest of them. But going out, socializing with others, make us forget about our pain. Even during crisis, you see that if you visit a friend or someone, your pain, you will forget about that pain you are going through. Or even when someone comes to visit you. So it is for us going to school and acquiring knowledge, living like others. Because when we don't live like others, our lifespan is being cut short. Parents should allow their warriors to live like others. Not allowing them to go to school is a very big damage to their health and to their mental health also.
Very, very powerful.
Very, very
So
powerful. So
when parents
when
don't
parents
allow their
don't allow
children
their
be
children
themselves
be themselves
because of sickle
because of
cell, it can
self,
actually cut short some
it
of the
can
things
actually cut short some of the things
they ought to know, like or how
they
they
ought
ought
to
to live,
know,
or what
like
they ought to
or
be
how they ought
in
to
life.
live,
That's what I
they ought
just
to
told you
they
now.
ought to be
And
in
it's
life.
it's
That's what I
very
just told
true.
you now.
I'll say it's
And
very true
it's
because
very true.
you
I'll say it's
mentioned being
very true because
depressed. You
you
mentioned
mentioned being depressed,
having
you mentioned
some other forms of mental
having
health issues.
some other
So
forms of
that will
mental
fall
health.
into things like
So
being,
that will fall
withdrawal
into things like
problems
being,
apart from depression,
withdrawal
from,
problems apart from
normal
depression.
activities. You may not even, the person may
From
not even learn
normal
how to
activities. The person may not
life
even learn how
normally
to life
because you
normally.
also said that,
Because you also
they will
said that
need to interact or socialize
they will need to
people.
interact.
So this, I really understand that it's very necessary. That's one necessary thing in life. Hmm. Okay, so if you advise such parents, what exactly would you say to them? Because you have shared a little bit of your experience, and I'm going to come back to that. But if you were to advise such parents, what exactly would you say? Because some of them will be listening.
All right. What I'll say to them is that because some of them, some forces that are behind such things of not allowing their kids to go to school or their warriors to go to school can be because of their friends or family members. See, some family members can come to you and be like, do you want everybody to know that your child is this, your child is born with sickle cell, or your child is that? Some of them are even ashamed of their child that they
Hmm.
carried in their womb for 9 months. They are ashamed of them, which is very wrong. I will advise such parents to allow their child to go to school and see if they won't live long, or to see if their way of thinking or the way they behave won't change. Because I believe that whoever go out or socialize with people, the way of thinking of such person will be good, will be straight.
Hmm. Which is very true. Very true. Because it's like when you lock up a child, even a human being generally, when you lock a person up for a very long time and the person does not interact with the outside world, when the person comes out, the person is just aloof of what is happening and does not understand what is going on. So that's true. But I would like to ask you a more personal question. So you get admission this year. You said you were 19. Now, judging by some of the lapses that you encountered from primary school to secondary school and all that, how would you, I'm sure you would say some of your mates are already in university, right? Before you, how did you feel about that, getting into the
Yes.
university, much later than some of your mates? How did it make you feel?
All right. Sometimes, like at the early stage, felt I feel because during my primary school day, I had to repeat a class because I find it very hard to cope fast. Like sometimes I do say I'm not a fast learner, but people say no that I'm a fast learner. Like it was very hard for me to cope growing up, so it made me repeat some classes like that. So I felt bad though, because some of my friends are in 300, 200, and the rest, and I'm just entry. But in all, we give thanks to God.
Yes, so Abio, we give thanks to God. So, do you still interact with these friends, even those who are now,
So,
do you still interact with these friends, even those who are
yes,
now, above
yes,
you?
yes, I do. I even attended some of my friends' matric. Though before
That's
I
nice.
attended some of my friends, my those in 200 level.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so we have our third speaker, Enyola
Okay, so
Alati
we
share. She finally joined us with lots of after lots of
Enyola
battling.
Alati share.
She finally joined us with lots of after lots of battle winning work. So Enyola, can you hear me? So Enyola, can you hear me? It's off again. Okay, so we just have a few more minutes. It's off again. We have a few more minutes. So
Okay,
she'll
we
come
just
back.
have a few more minutes.
We have a few more minutes, so she'll come back. Okay, so
Okay, so
judging from stories you
judging
tell
from
before you,
stories
how
you
would
have for you,
your
how
own
would
experience with sickle
your own
cell,
experience
judging
with
from
sickle
the fact
cell,
that
judging from the fact that
being that you generation next and there are people who have other from other generations,
being
and
that
so
you
how would you say
next
your
and there are people who
experience?
have
How you heard
other
lots of
from
stories,
other
some of them is
generations,
very
and so how would
from
you
your
say
own
your
experience.
experience?
Would you say
How
you
you
had
heard
it
lots of
better?
stories,
Would
some
you
of them
say
is
you
very
had it worse, or what
from
do you
your own
think?
experience. Would you say you had it better? Would you say you had it worse, or what do you think? What did you say?
Okay, so your experience with sickle cell, judging from things you have heard previously about how older generations
So about it,
experienced sickle cell. So how would you judge your own
about
experience with
how
sickle
older
cell?
generations. So how would you judge your own experience with yourself? All right. My own experience is not that worse or critical,
Okay, so Enyola, can you hear us
because
now?
God has been faithful.
Yes, I can. Good evening.
God has been
Good
faithful. My
evening.
experience with the
Okay,
all
so
the
Enyola, can you hear us
Yes, I
now?
can hear you. Yes, I can. Good evening.
Good evening. Okay, so
Yes, I can hear
sorry
you.
about the battle with network or
okay. So
Eku Wala.
sorry about the battle with
Yes.
network or
Ah,
Eku Wala.
I'm just trying. Yes.
No Wala.
Ah,
So can we meet you since you made it this
I'm
far?
just trying. Okay, my name is Alatisheniola Mary,
No Wala. So can we
and
meet
I
Mm.
hail
you
from Ogun
since you
State.
made it this far?
Okay,
Okay.
and I hail from Ogun State.
Okay, so
Oh,
Okay.
Abuyi.
our
State.
topic this episode has been
I'm not
generation
jealous
X,
of Abuyi.
Okay. So
your
um
hopes and
State.
dreams. So
uh
tell us, are you a student or are you
I'm
working?
not
Are you a
jealous.
student or are you
so tell us, are
working?
you
What
a
are you
student
doing?
or are you working?
Tell
Are
us
you a
about
student or are
yourself.
you working? What are you doing? Tell us about yourself.
Mm. Mm. Anyway, sorry about that, viewers. The network is really, really bad today, but that was. I think we'll just have to
really
wrap
bad
up
today.
because our time is up, and so we don't spend it. I think
think
since the
we'll
network
just
is
have to
not
wrap
so
up
much
because
time. But it's
so we
been
don't spend
really
the network
interesting talking with
so much
you.
time.
So,
But
which
it's
is
been
your
really
name?
interesting
Kayone
talking
or
with you.
Barry
So
Dilo?
which is your
Which one
name?
is your own name, not your son Barry Dilo?
Barry
Which one
Dilo.
is your
Barry
Barry
Dilo.
Dilo? Okay, your own name. Okay, what does it
Yes,
mean,
that's
please?
my name. Barry
What
Dilo.
does it
The
mean?
second one. Yes.
The second one.
God is with me.
Interesting.
God is with me.
God is with me. Okay, okay. All right, that's a nice one. So thank you so much for coming on Touch a Cell today. Thank you for your time. I really learned from you, and I believe our viewers have too. And we really appreciate. And just to recap again, um, living with sickle cell is not a death sentence. Parents out there, allow your children go to school, allow them be what they just want to be. Anything they want to be, they can
Parents
be.
out
Anything they
there,
want
allow
to
your
be, they
children
can
go
do.
to school. Allow them be what
So
they just want to
all
be.
you need to
Anything they
know
want to be,
is
they
that
can be. Anything they want to
understand
be, they can
their
do.
health, they need to
So
understand how
all
their
you need
body
to know is
works,
that
that
to
quality,
understand
just like
their
Barry
health,
Below.
they need to understand how their
Who
body
is
works.
aspiring
Who
to
is
become a
just like
politician
Barry Below.
someday after studies.
Who is
So till we
aspiring
come
to
your
be a
way
politician
next
someday
time,
after studies.
this is such a
So
self
till we
show
come your
brought
way
to you by Sickle Cell
next
Advocacy and
time,
Management Initiative
this is such a self
with the
show
support of
brought
the
to you
press
by
section
Sickle
of
Cell
Night.
Advocacy and Management Initiative.
So
With the
I'm
support of
saying
the press
good
section
night
of
and
the
very
United
good night.
So I'm saying good night and very good night. Good night.